If you play GTA Online right now, you already know the deal. There's a whole stack of businesses you can run to make money. Meth labs, bunkers, the nightclub, all of it. We've got a solid lineup already, but today I want to look ahead at what GTA 6 Online could do with all of it. A whole new state to build in, new regions, new ways to run the businesses we already grind. So let's get into it. The businesses we're expecting in GTA 6 Online, and the ones we're just hoping for. One thing up front though, this is a concept video. None of this is confirmed. It's just me reading the map, guessing where Rockstar takes this next. Quick reset for anyone who never ran one. The setup's always the same. You buy a property, maybe a meth lab, maybe a bunker stuffed with guns, out under some empty field. Then it runs itself. You buy supplies, it stacks up in the background, while you go run heists or just mess around the map. And every so often you load up a van and sell the batch. That convoy you pray nobody blows up. That's the engine. Buy low, sit on it, deliver, repeat. And it is weirdly, deeply addictive. Then they kept stacking on top of it. The nightclub that quietly pays out while it sits on a warehouse. The arcade with a whole heist room hidden in the back. The acid lab you drive around in a truck. For a lot of us, this was the game. But here's the part that gets me, looking back. Every single empire we built, all that money, all that grind, it ran inside Los Santos, one city, for 10 years straight. Leonida is not one city. It's a whole state. 6 regions Rockstar has actually shown us, and each one has its own character, its own vibe. And that's the part that changes everything for businesses. They don't get copy-pasted in this time. They get room to grow into the place they're sitting in. Little tell, by the way. Jason, one of the 2 leads, his official bio says he ran drug packages through the Keys. So Rockstar's already thinking about who runs what, and where. Rockstar hasn't shown 1 second of GTA 6 Online yet, so from here, it's all me imagining. Off the map they've actually given us, region by region. Let's start at the coast. Vice City, the Miami you've been waiting 15 years for. In GTA Online, the nightclub was basically a laundering front with a dance floor on top. You barely cared about the music. You owned it for the warehouse humming away underneath. Now drop that into actual Vice City. Look at this. Neon bleeding into wet streets, valet packed with supercars, a line around the block. Picture the club itself being the hustle. The more famous it gets, the more dirty money you can push through the door clean. And the back room is where the real business lives. A cash counter running all night, a wall of camera feeds, the manager skimming off the top. Imagine your rep being the resource you grind. Throw the right party, pull the right crowd, and the wash gets faster. And honestly, that's barely a stretch. Back in the 80s, the clubs in this city really did launder the cocaine money. Then run south, off the mainland, into the Keys. In GTA Online, you resupplied a business by tapping a menu. Resupply, pay, done. Sitting on a chain of islands like this, why would it stay a menu? Picture sourcing your supply by water instead. A go-fast boat low in the chop, loaded with product, running it up the island chain. Or a seaplane setting down in a quiet channel for the handoff. Or a crate sunk on a reef with a buoy line, just waiting for someone to dive it up. You're not clicking resupply. You're outrunning a patrol boat at 2 in the morning. Charter company on paper, smuggling lane underneath. And the Keys earned this one. Jason already lives down here in the story, and the real Keys were the cocaine highway into the whole country. Now this is the one I keep coming back to. Grassrivers. The Everglades, swamp, sawgrass, and a whole lot of nothing for miles. The meth lab in GTA Online sat in a fixed spot, and the acid lab lived in a truck. Out here, put it on stilts, deep in the mangroves, where the only road in is water. Look at the place. A shack on the water, green light leaking out the window, smoke off the cook, an airboat tied up at the dock. Step inside and it's all there. The burners, the barrels, the whole improvised setup. And the gameplay almost writes itself. The airboat is the sell mission. You've got to run the product out through the channels before anyone finds the place. I'll be straight with you. I couldn't find a famous swamp meth lab to point at. But the Everglades have hidden moonshine and smuggling runs for 100 years. The swamp's always kept secrets. This just gives it a new one. And right next door, in the same swamp, the business GTA has somehow never let us run. Wildlife. There's no GTA Online equivalent for this one. That's the point. Imagine a gator farm out front. Tours, gift shop, the works. And out back, that's where the actual money is. Step into the barn and it's rows of tanks and crates. Snakes, gators, exotics, all packed to ship out. You'd source them out in the marsh at night, hunting a python down in the headlights. Then move the haul out by truck. Farm sign shrinking in the mirror. A legit roadside attraction up front, a trafficking operation in the back. And this one's painfully real. In 2022, a Florida dealer got done for smuggling 3,500 wild turtles out as captive bred. Head up the coast and the postcard stops. Port Gellhorn. Cranes, containers, a working port that's seen better decades. This is the natural home for the cargo business. The warehouse crates we hauled in GTA Online, except now they come off an actual ship. Picture one marked container in a stack of thousands. You bribe a crane operator, you crack it open in a quiet warehouse, and it's packed with product hidden behind a wall of legit cargo. And the flip side, running a cell from here, a rival crew tries to jack the truck on the way out. Floodlights, a firefight on the dock. This is the realest one yet. Back in 2019, a crew ran cocaine through Port Everglades, hidden inside boxes of oranges. Inland now, to the backcountry around Ambrosia. Dirt roads, oak trees, the part of the state the tourists never see. GTA Online already gave us the biker MC and the bunker full of guns. Out here, they finally belong somewhere. Picture a roadhouse with a row of bikes out front as your clubhouse. Round the back, a barn chop shop, a stolen truck half stripped for parts on the lift, and a workbench in the corner running the gun trade, parts and ammo laid out under a single lamp. Guns and stolen cars moving out along roads nobody's watching. And Florida's the right place for it. The Outlaws MC ran real chapters across the state until a federal racketeering case took the whole leadership down in the 90s. And right at the top, the part of Leonida nobody expected. Mount Kalaga. Actual forest. Actual elevation. Rockstar building terrain Florida barely has. No real GTA Online business fits up here, which is exactly why it's interesting. A hunting lodge as your front. Trophies on the porch. A beat-up truck out front. Dead quiet. And the real trade is what comes off the mountain. A still tucked beside a creek, running moonshine the old way. Poached game and trophies going out under a tarp on a gravel road. It's the off-grid empire. The one you'd run when you want to be a long way from any cop. And poaching protected land is a real, constant fight in Florida. The wilderness has its own black market. And here's the one I really want them to build. Not a place, a moment. The storm. GTA Online never did anything like this, because Los Santos didn't have the weather for it. Leonida does. Picture a hurricane warning going out across the whole map, and a clock starting. While it hits, the city's wide open. After it passes, the water's still in the streets, boats moving through a flooded neighborhood, a store getting cleaned out. A whole business built on the worst day of the year. Looting, salvage, a warehouse stacked with recovered goods you sell once the roads open back up. And every part of that is real. Florida sees the looting and the fake relief claims after every big one. A guy got federal time for scamming hurricane aid back in 2017. And the last one's the odd one out. No swamp, no docks, no boat. Just a room full of phones. Every business so far has been something you can see. This one's the white-collar version. A call center running scams. Fake investments, crypto coins that pump and vanish, retirees on the other end of the line. Picture a whiteboard wall of fake coins, a floor of headsets reading off a script, and out front, that one detail that says it all. A Lambo parked outside a strip mall office that's falling apart. It's the cleanest crime on the list, and probably the most profitable. And Florida runs on this stuff. A Boca Raton lawyer just did 7 years for a pump and dump that took investors for nearly $20 million. So that's 9 empires. And honestly, some of these are more likely than others. The club, the boats, the swamp lab, those are just GTA's businesses with a new code of Florida on them. I'd bet money we get some version of those. The wildlife trade in the storm? That's me hoping. That's the wish list. But every one of them is sitting right there in a region Rockstar has already shown us. That's the part that makes it feel close. We find out for real in November. Until then, which one are you running first? Tell me down in the comments. I'm genuinely curious where everyone lands.